Hey, I'm Kev, Mr. Cole. Welcome back to MotoGP 18, where Mario's come off the back of a fantastic race in Argentina. Can he back it up around the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas? So here goes Mario then for the first of three possible qualifying efforts around a murky day in America, as he's got to beat Alex Marquez's 209.5 as he brake for the first corner. Very tricky hairpin at the top there, and very tricky to get on the power as well. As you go downhill through the right, then into the S's. Incredibly challenging circuit. Designed for the F1 back in 2012, but it's an equally as fun bike circuit. One of the few circuits around which are pretty good on cars and bikes. As it's about a tenth for a second down in the first sector apparently to Alex Marquez. So you go over the hill. Got the power control that way in. And the rear sliding through the left-hand kink for some more heavy braking. Then very important to get on the power well, not like that. All this back straight as apparently he's now 6/10 up. Mario on the circuit where he's gone right in the past. I think he'll continue his fantastic start to the season. Aboard this new bike. His new team is behind the Tech 3, unfortunately. Getting a bit balked now, that. He's going to this very technical middle section. Fantastic overtaking opportunities, though, in the race. You can hook that all up. As now it's apparently just 3/10 up on Marquez as you go through reverse turn 8. Another very good overtaking opportunity if you're brave enough. Let's go into the penultimate corner. Now over the back. You might be getting some slipstream onto the next lap. Let's go into the final corner. Let's see if he does. He does a 2:10.1, so he's roughly 6/10 down. But we know that benchmark is going to get beaten. Could be a 2:08, 2:07 even. You never know. As he's getting really bought by, I think that's Remy Gardner. But now he finds his way through finally. And nicely does these S's. Look up all the apexes. Even some he perhaps shouldn't have. As now he's 7/10 up. Of Oliviero, who's at the top now with 209.3. As we go through the left. And downhill, slightly wide from Mario. That's okay. Probably cost him more time going off circuit like that. And again, that's a bit better on the power onto the back straight. He's 2/10 down now. But still a personal best, so he's right in the running for pole once again. Very different conditions to Argentina. And looking like a similar result. At least in qualifying. We'll see about the race as well. Still, teammate Bagni goes to the top, 209 flat. As you just try and find where you can put the power down. And a tricky sector. Now he's 8/10 down. What a horrible couple of sectors in the middle of that for Mario. First sector's his. The others though. You would get about, and that's a terrible reverse turn 8. Just could not get the bike settled through that. He uses all the exit curb knee into the final corner. Won't have the benefit of slipstream, and he's 1.2 seconds back of Alex Marquez at the top. You're 2:08.9. It's the fun on that for Mario. To set a decent time. And that's a good start. Through the first corner. Then through the right. We just flow this sector. It's wonderful if you look it up. Mo's done for the most part. And slightly wide into the right-hander. But now he's apparently 2/10 up. And with Olivier, he's grabbed back the top spot to 8.7. And so that was a bit difficult getting on the power. Again for Mayo, running slightly wide. And that's better getting on the power for the back straight. And he's just up. Very close to the halfway mark, but this is the sector where he lost all that time in the previous lap. Let's see if he can kind of half that gap, the amount of time he loses this time around. It's nicely into the left-hander. Ah, a bit early on the brakes into the right. Oh, that has cost him some time. Let's see how much though. Oh, he's just a 10th back. He's still looking good for Mario. Just need to hook up that reverse turn 8. That's much better. And into the penultimate corner as well. Just one corner to go. This is looking good. As he gets on the power. Oh, not quite, I don't think. A great effort. As this Olivier on pole. But look at that. Mario in second. Pips Alex Marquez. And his first front row start for his new team. And just 2/10 off pole. He's getting closer to it. And he's ahead with his teammate Bagnaia in fourth. Leading the second row ahead of Baldassari and Brad Binder. Then it's Shirota, Vergey and Mir. Bassini rounds out the top 10 of Ika, finally getting a decent qualifying this season ahead of Navarro. Remy Gardner on the 5th row on his Tech 3 ahead of Locatelli and Marini. Then it's a speed up a quarter ahead of Agata, his first half decent qualifying of the season in Corsi. Then we've got Fanati, Ardendale on the top 20 on his NTS ahead of Vinales. Samlo's down in 22nd. Really is getting overshadowed by his younger teammate. Then Nakashima and Joe Roberts. There's Barbera, Paoli, Granado on the 9th row. On the 10th row, Frugolini, Danilo and Grudin. And at the back is Manzi, Ben Snyder and Danny Kent, the wooden spoon holder in last in qualifying. But can Mayo make it 2 wins on the trot? So here's Mayo revving up at the start then, waiting for the lights. 2, go, out. As we get underway or not. And Austin Test, what an abysmal start for Mario. As he breaks into the first corner. As Couradin's down. So is Granado, the Brazilian. And Mario's down to 8th. Down to 9th is he? No, he's just ahead of Mitt. He's just down the inside. Passini as well for 7th. Oh, he's been run wide by, is that Baldassari as well? It is, down in 9th. The Italian got Jorge Navarro behind in 11th. Abysmal start for Mario. As he tries to find a way past Bassini. And he has. Back up to 9th. You can see Baldassari looking to make the move on Mir. So Mario down to 10th. What a shocking start. Just did not have enough revs. At the start, he's got his team really behind his set streaming him for a top 10 slot. So here goes Mario down the inside, Passini. Into 9th, nicely done. But you can see the top 8 have all swarmed on top of each other in front. So really Mario hasn't lost too much time-wise, which is perhaps a bit more important than place-wise. As here comes Massini back by for 9th, which would cost him time-wise. That's why Mario's forcing the issue hard. Through reverse turn, look at that, they've lost like a second. So it's this little interchange. Where you go, Mario? As he's still in 10th. All over Bassini though. And he's got Remy Gardner behind on the Tech 3, just slipstreaming him. It's the Australian. And here comes Jorge Navarro as well. This could be a long 6-lap race for Mario. As he gets down the inside of the Tech 3 though. Marini was briefly past his teammate as well. It's Mario looking down the inside. Bassini. Oh, that's aggressive. Into the left hand. It makes it work though. Using all of the curb. Obviously feels he should be with this lead pack of 8 still. Is this a Moto3 race? What is going on in front? Mario gets on the power nice and smooth enough. And into the hairpin, nicely up to the apex. Good acceleration out of the hairpin as he's 4/10 ahead of Bassini, 8 behind Shirota. So not quite in slipstream range, but he should be able to hold off the charge from behind. So all going a bit slow in front. Shirota dropping back. And this is the group. It's Mario just sitting behind the German at the moment in 9th. Well, it's not good news that he's caught up to another rider. That's good, but now that rider's going a bit slower than he would like, though. Let's look at Baldassari working his way up the order in the first part. Where are you going again, Mario? That penultimate corner is so tricky to nail. And he hasn't done it so far this race. He does a 209.8 as it's Marcus Ian ahead of Bagnaia, Oliveira, Mir, Binder. It's top 5. So here goes Mario into the first corner. Good acceleration as well. Downhill through the right. Now will he be as aggressive on Shirota as he was on Bassini into this left-hander? Not close enough though. Just a bit out of rhythm as well. Oh, the bike's chasing the apex rather than the bike just slotting into it. He's got over a second gap behind his teammate Marini. As you go through the left king, this is where Mario is pretty strong. Got to run again on Shirota down the inside. Into the hairpin. Oh, not a good acceleration, but he will get the Dynavolt Rider's slipstream down this back straight. There's the second half gap behind to Bassini. He's batting with Marini. So back up into 8th then for Mario. Comeback's working, or is it? He's run very wide. Able to rejoin ahead of Shirota though. And he's gone abysmally wide in the next corner. Oh, and here comes Shirota from nowhere. Still wanting a piece of the action. This is a 1.3 second gap in front, Shirota. You should be concentrating on that rather than trying to battle with Mario. And Mario takes back that position though and finally nails that penultimate corner. So let's see if we can close up to the magnificent 7 in front. As he does a 209 flat. Already 6/10 ahead of Shirota, less than a second behind Mir. As we go into the second half of the race, this is McDonald time. Normally now. As Shirota just belts into the back of Mario while he gets on the power. Good job from the German. As that's good through the S's. That's how you apexes, Mario. He's closing back up to the lead group. That's a second behind Verge. He's dropped back to 7th. Mir up to 6th. As he go through the kink. It's Mario within slipstream range of the other Dynavolt rider now. Down this back straight as Baldassare is battling with Bagnaia for 4th. The roommates battling over that position. There's something done not quite in slipstreaming range. We know how good he is into this left-hander next around the outside of Verge. Then down the inside into the next corner. Doesn't quite make it stick, unfortunately. Mario showing his intent to the Spaniard. Oh, and early on the power. Jumps in front of him into the fast reverse turn 8. And takes over 7th. Great move. Now he's behind Mir. He's dropped back from the top 5. It's Mario immediately by. Down the inside, up into 6th. As we're on the penultimate lap of the race. McDonald bursting through towards the top 5. What have you done, Mir, though? Oh, Mir. Takes himself out. Means Mayo dropped back a bit from the lead 5. Lost the position temporarily to Verge. But 1 Mir. I remember him doing that last year as well. I'm not sure if it was at this circuit when he's alongside Mario. Always he has the yips around him. And he gets a bit nervous in the braking so alongside Mario. I wouldn't blame him, to be honest, in what Mario's done in the past. As now he's right in the tail end of his teammate. He's right in the tail end of Baldassare, looking to make the move. They go down this back straight. Oh, the Pond's rider in a world of trouble now. As here come the Sky VR 46 twins. And here comes Mario down the inside of not just them, and down the inside of Marquez. And is that Binder he's got by? He's up into 2nd from nowhere. He was. And here comes Bagnaia following through. As the Evier tries to make a gap. Mario saw that move coming from a mile off. All 3 of them going down his inside. As here comes Baldassare through. Mario takes it back immediately through the penultimate corner. He gets on the power just ahead of the Italian. As he gone to the final lap, can he catch up to Miguel Oliveira? He's got a 1.4 second gap. Or can he hold on to 2nd ahead of Brad Binder and co? And prevent a KTM 1-2. Looks like just about ahead of Baldassare and Bagnaia and Binder. The 3 Bs. And here goes Mario through the S's. Just making that bike stand up and deliver through there. He's visibly gained. Yeah, it may say 1.4 seconds, but it looks closer. He's used his all the curbing. Gets on the power hard. Slightly wide through the kink. And now the hairpin on the power. Alex Marquez up to 7th after I'm not sure if McDonald clipped him, maybe. Maybe that caused VDS rider to go down while he was having his battle with Binder. I mean, you don't expect a raging San Marino rider to come down your inside, really. There's Binder and Bednar battle for fourth behind. Baldassarri in third at the moment. And this time McDonald's just run out of laps to catch up to Oliveira. So he would have filled all the places on the podium in the first 3 races of the season. Don't think he did that last season, did he? I know he did. He did. It took him a bit longer, though, than 3 races to do it. I saw McDonald riding penultimate corner. Got there now the final corner. Which he does. Has Olivia wins. McDonald in second, though. Great ride through the field after dropping back at the start. What could have been if he had a good start to this race? But still another very solid result. As Olivia wins by 1.3 seconds ahead of McDonald, with Baldassarri in third and the second back, winning that battle ahead of Binder and Bagnaia. Then Verge in sixth ahead of Alex Marquez. What could have been again for the Mark VDS rider who set the fastest up ahead of Shirota, Bassini and Ika grabs the top 10. He definitely got race pace, that kid. 1 Mir in 11th. It was a poor race for Mark VDS. I just remembered he got a bit nervous alongside Mario in the braking zone and took himself out. You got Sam Lowe, Luca Marini in 13th. Maybe a bit disappointed, the Italian, after batting for the top 10 for most of the race. And Locatelli and Jorge Navarro grabs the final point. Ahead of Hector Barber, Remy Gardner, Fenati, Agaton, Joe Roberts on home turf in the top 20 on this NTS. Decent result with Corsi in 21st. Don't often say that. And right at the back is the Brazilian. So in the Riders' Championship, Mayo still leads, but it's just 2 points now. Head of Olivia, who's won 2 from 3, with Baldassarri down to third, 9 points back. Then there's a bit of a gap to Alex Marquez, already top 3 establishing themselves, who's 24 points back. Then there's a race win back to Brad Binder, who climbs ahead of Verge into the top 5 in the championship. And further back, the big mover is Ika up to 12th after his first top 10 result of the season ahead of Marini and Navarro. Of course, he down to 16th. There's 18 riders have scored points so far this season. Dominic up to 21st, Evandel and Vinales. Joe Roberts up to 24th, ahead of Bo Bensnardi, who drops a couple of positions, and Pauli and Nakashima. And Denny Kent no longer the wooden spoon holder, it goes to Manzi. So another good race for McDonald to establish himself as the first rider in the team to improve his skills up to level 87 for the Inago, 86 for brakes management, and 85 for riding position and throttle management, and decent haul development points once again, and reputation earned. As in MotoGP, of course, Marquez won in Marquez Land ahead of Dovi and Rossi. While Moto3 is Bezzecchi, ahead of Martin and Bastianini. Italian have a very good start to the season, another VR46 product. So in bike development, can you guess what is going to happen? Well, it's not going to be aggression that's going to be updated, but it is going to be preventing the lock-in of the wheels when braking. So the modularity gets an upgrade for once on the brakes. So that's 3 out of 8. Has suspension frame. I don't think they'll be touched at all. The bike's just beautiful through the corners and over the bumps as well. At the moment, aerodynamics, as we saw last season, maybe don't have to develop them too much. Just aim for the brakes, improve that braking into the corners, which will be useful around the Jerez circuit next time out. The first visit to Spain of the season. Look at that start for McDonald. I think it took until about the halfway mark of last season before he managed to get 3 podiums of the 3 different positions on the podium. Well, he's done in the first 3 races this season. Can he continue the streak next time? So thanks for watching, and we'll find out then.